Good day, people. It's Geoffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning. This morning, I'm just going to go over a few of the products that I use on the truck. Just maybe it'll help someone out. I don't know. But anyways, I got a few minutes before I got to go out to my next job, so I thought I'd make a quick video. So what I've done is I am a very large fan of VacAway products, so a majority of my stuff is VacAway. So what I kind of do is I break the product that I use based upon how it's being used in a particular scenario. The Release It is probably one of the more expensive cleaning products out there, except extremely high quality product. In fact, this stuff was used in I believe it was the Portland airport, and tested and was like 60% better than any other product that they tested out there in the airport. And you got to imagine thousands and thousands of people walking through there every single day, and this was their go-to product. So that's kind of a testament as to the Release It, because it does have floral protections and things that I really like in it. However, it's not great for high pH, citrus stuff, and grease. You can see I've got the grease hog and stuff over here. So what I would use this in is if you're doing a commercial jobs with offices that don't have like tons of foot traffic. So I'm talking about work offices where people work, not offices where you've got patients and people coming through. So those offices are usually limited to the people that work there. And yeah, they get soiled, but they don't get overly soiled like the pot shop I was at yesterday. So I would use this, I would recommend using, because it has the anti-soiling agents and brighteners and what's that, extra floral protection in there. So it's sort of like giving a pseudo Scotch guard in a way, that prevents debris and things from reattaching to carpets. It doesn't necessarily repel spills and things of that nature, but it will protect the carpets from debris reattaching to it like Velcro, and it will actually improve the vacuuming performance for a period of time, which is pretty cool. So when we come over to VacAway, what I really like about this product line, this is more or less my chemistry set, because all of these products are formulated to mix and match between all of the different types. So, for instance, I walk into a house and I'm looking for debris in the house. What kind of debris is in the house? Do they have pets? Do they have kids? Do they have this? Do they have that? And a typical, like, hallways, downstairs and such, those are usually the areas that have the most debris buildup. And by the time you get upstairs, if they're wearing shoes in the house, most of the debris is been knocked off on the stairways. That's why you get those really ugly bull noses with just worn and dirt and all that nasty stuff. So, but once you get to upstairs, the hallway and the bedrooms, there really isn't that much debris and dirt up there. So using a very light dirt axe is a very good formula just for doing a quick rinse on the carpets. And this is VLM solution. I use it, but I also usually combine it with hot water extraction. So I'm putting the VLM product down, I'm agitating with the CRB, and then I'm going back with our steam cleaning with the wand and the truck and cleaning it all up. In a downstairs scenario where there might be kids and animals, kids spilling, their drinks and milk and eating food in the front room and that sort of stuff, I would probably be tempted to go more with the peroxylant product, simply because it is more geared towards organic messes. And then I may spike that peroxylant with some grease hog to get up, foot traffic in front of the couch and, those areas that get pretty grimy and nasty. The peroxylant just doesn't have the oomph to deal with that. It'll deal very well with all the the spills and food and that sort of stuff. But when it comes to foot traffic and stuff in front of the TV and the couches and chairs and such, not such a great product. And the same can be done with the hot knife. The hot knife is like a restaurant grade encapsulation solution. And in fact, if I was doing a restaurant, I would probably go full strength hot knife. But usually, let's say you have a really grimy dining room. Well, you can imagine the dining room is probably grimy due to food. So that's a situation where I would probably be using hot knife. Maybe combine it with a little bit of grease hog. It really depends on what is actually in the carpets there. So with this chemistry set, you're basically custom designing your product for a specific soil that's inside of the house. The Proxolent, it works well on small urine stains by animals. I would look at the size of the dog. If they just have like a little Chihuahua or something like that, the Proxolent is going to clean that all up, absolutely no problem. If they've got dogs over 50 pounds, you're probably gonna have a little bit of an issue with cleaning some of the urine up. The Proxolent will get up a lot of that urine, but you're probably gonna have to go back with a more hardcore urine treatment. Or if you know, in the case of even a larger dog, like 75 plus pounds, there's a pretty good chance that your Proxolent isn't going to touch it. So I would mix up the hardcore stuff and use that rather than dinking around with the Proxolent. However, I might go over with the Proxolent anyhow because it's good on all, you know, the oils and things that are in the carpeting, especially with, you know, animals walking around and sniffing and saliva and all that stuff. One product that I have here that I use for urine is the Pee Eradicator by VacAway. Once you make this stuff up, it literally has a 15-minute life, and you got to apply it right away. But you put that down on the carpet, maybe agitate a little bit with your carpet rake or a stiff-bristled brush or whatever you've got for agitation. And just let that dwell in there while you are preconditioning the rest of the carpet with your cleaning product. And, you know, after 15-20 minutes of it sitting in there, it does a really, really good job at deodorizing and pulling out the urine stain. Remember, when there's heavy urine, the spot that you see is just the tip of the iceberg generally. So I would make sure that you not only treat the spot, but you treat probably a good foot or two radius around the spot, or perhaps more. And you put it down pretty heavily too, because you want it to penetrate to possibly even through the backing. You know, that's where you might, when you're extracting it, you might want to use a carpet shark, or I'm sorry, a water claw on it, just to extract as much of that moisture as you possibly can. This stuff breaks down all the salts and pheromones and things like that that are in the pheromones. I don't know if that's the right word, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. This is one of the products that I used at the pot shop the other day to break up all the sticky. Some of it looked like gum. Some of it, I mean, it was black. Like it was dropped and then walked on. So it could have been candy that someone dropped. It could have been anything, and then it just got trampled on by a million people. So the Hell Gel is like a citrus solvent, except that, well, for those of you who don't know what the citrus gels and things are, basically they sit, when you use them, they sit on top of the carpet because it's a gel, and they don't just absorb straight into the fibers. So you can put them on a piece of candy or a gum and just kind of work it in with, you know, a blunt object of some sort to kind of help emulsify and break things down. And just let that sit, you know, for a couple minutes while you're working. And then you can go back after that and then apply some your POG. And at that point, you know, the candy and stuff is kind of breaking apart, and then the pod can actually saturate and get into the pores and little holes and crevices of that hard candy. And then you use your blunt object and it just starts emulsifying and breaking everything down. So that was what I was doing with all the hard, you know, the candy and stuff in the pot shop. And it gets all the, you know, sticky hard petroleum and stuff off the carpets as well. So that is just a quick rundown of a few of the products that I just keep on board the truck, and then pick and choose the best combination for the job that I'm working at. Generally when I go into an apartment, the staple is dirt axe and grease hog, because that basically covers all of your bases. That usually is good enough to do everything. So with that said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment space below. I'd be more than happy to give you my opinion on any of these products, explain what the dilution ratios and things are, even though they're printed right on the bottle. Oh yeah, and another thing, a lot of times I leave the price tags on there. You can see some of these are actually kind of expensive, you know. But, you know, I want my customers, if I go into a home and I don't have a product pre-made and I need to pre-make it, I pre-make it in their home with the bottles there and the price tags, so that they can see that I'm using extremely high quality products that are actually expensive, and that I'm invested in cleaning their home. I'm not just going in there with you know, some $1.50 soap that I got from Walmart to clean their carpets. I'm literally invested hundreds of dollars just in the cleaning products alone, if not thousands of dollars. So yeah, I mean, that's one thing. I think that gets a little bit of customer appreciation. Not that you're showing off or anything, but you're just showing the customer and reassuring the customer that yes, I'm using the best products out there. I paid a lot of money for them, and I'm going to do an awesome job on your carpets. So with that said, go out there, do awesome cleaning, you guys, and make the world a cleaner place.